So this here, this is a gold mine. See that there? That's sap. And that there is phenomenal fire starter. So if you can get some of that stuff, where is it? There it is. I'll collect as much of this as I can. It's kind of all over here. And then put that in a little pile. See that stuff there too? Put that in a little pile on your tinder, boom, fire, instant. I'll find some more. So there's a good handful of sap. I got a little bit more down on my fire here. Right there. I'm going to add that stuff to it. And then I'm going to try to find some. I'm going to try to find some half decent dry shed. And see if we can't maybe get a fire going. Oh. This is not fire. This is just the start of fire. I consider it fire when you can sit back and stare at it for a few minutes without having to feed it, blow on it, whatever. Well, I found a couple of nice stumps that were ripped out of the ground or whatever, like trees pushed over, fallen over, wind, and they're nice and dry, so they'll burn pretty good. So now we got a fire. It ain't gonna go for very long. Like, I'm not gonna have an all-night fire tonight, no way, because I don't have enough wood and I'm tired. I know it's got to be getting close to 5 o'clock. It'll be dark in an hour, and I got some water. I might boil some water up, have some hot water. No food today. No food today. Mother Nature did not provide food, so that's okay. We'll enjoy the fire for a little bit. We'll have some hot water and go to bed. And hopefully tomorrow, my plan tomorrow is to obviously to get a pile more work done in the shelter, and big time priority is to get some good firewood. I need lots of firewood to go through a lot of wood out here. You know, I don't leave the fire going all day, but if I could, I would, because it's a lot of work getting it started. So if I can find some more big stumps, maybe I'll throw them on there. We'll see. But probably not. I didn't even build the fire pit today. It's been a long day, man. Been a long day. You know, it's funny. I said to my wife and girls when I left that this type of trip, this actual survival type trip, this could possibly be my last year for this thing. We'll see how it goes, but it's just a lot of work, and I'm in my mid 50s, early to mid 50s. I'll be 54 in March, and it takes its toll on you. So we'll see how it goes. When I left, I kind of said, yeah, I think this is it for this type of a trip. Still love to go out hikes, you know, maybe some overnighters, and like, you know, several nights with a decent tent, and like what Mrs. Outlaw and I did there last winter, you know, nice wall tent and stuff. Definitely love that, but this is pretty rugged, man. I mean, it's a nice shelter, but it's pretty primitive. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna just enjoy the fire here for a bit, and heat up some water. Maybe try to find a couple more stumps like that if I could. And you guys, I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope everybody's safe. And we don't see it later on tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, I found a couple more stumps, small stumps, for tonight, but they ain't gonna go very long. No better friend in the wilderness than a fire when you're alone. Old Dick Prenick used to say that no better friend than a fire when you're alone. My back is sore, which means it's time for me to hunker down, watch the fire till it goes out, and then try to get some sleep. that's it for today. See what tomorrow brings. Man, what a night. What a friggin' night. Oh. So it rained all night. Like, unbelievable. Then I got damp. Obviously my fire went out. I woke up, I don't even know what time it was, but I woke up and I put my down jacket on. Crawled back in my sleeping bag, but a bit of water coming in here from somewhere, unless it was just rain and wind, which that could have been. But look, it's just soaked out there. It smells nice inside my shelter. It smells very piney. That's what the boughs do. Man, I hope I can dry my bag out today somehow. I don't know where that water came in from. Anyhow, I better get busy. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get a fire going, but I'm going to give her a whirl. So, well, the order of business today is going to have to be firewood. I gotta get some firewood. I'll get some firewood and then I'll build a proper fire pit. Got a bunch of rocks around that I can build my pit with, and I gotta try to get my sleeping bag dried out. Still don't know how they got wet. Pissed me off. Anyways, no sense complaining. That ain't gonna do nothing. This area that I'm in really doesn't have a lot of good firewood. A lot of the areas up here have pine beetle kill, and there's a lot of dead trees, so I mean there's two small ones there. I mean, that's not a bad tree. That one right there is dead. Life is a lot simpler now. Pretty hard back in the day, no electricity, no heat. Had to do all your own shit. I'm exhausted and I've been hauling wood for like half an hour. I got probably a couple hours at least worth of wood gathering. And that's only gonna last me a few days. Imagine how the pioneers did it. You know, this is what they did. All day, every day. Cut my wood into threes. So each log where I follow the tree, each log is 3 chunks of wood. Pull it back to my shelter and cut it into blocks. Saves me a lot of trips. I still need a ton more wood. This isn't even going to become close to, this is probably a day's worth of wood if that. So I'll just get this cut up and then take a break and go for more. I'm going to stack my wood right here, and then I can put some boughs over it, I think, to keep it, maybe keep it dry. You know, I used to think the old trappers back in the day that spent their whole lives out in the woods, what did they do in the off season when they weren't trapping? And this right here is what they did. Cut wood and get ready for winter. Well, I feel like I've done a pretty decent job of wood for probably I would say probably 2 days worth of wood. And I got a couple more. I got a couple stumps there. I got that, and I got a couple more logs cut into chunks not that far from here. So there's the fireplace, fire pit. That should help kick some heat. I'm gonna keep working on that, obviously, but you know, it should help kick some heat into the shelter a bit. And I think I found where the water was coming in last night, so I think I got that fixed too, maybe. So we'll see how it goes. But I think having the fire here will be a big help. So I think what I'm gonna do now is probably grab the bow. Now I can get a fire going when I get back, and I've got my waters about 5 minutes from here. So I'll probably grab the bow and go see if I can maybe find a chicken or get some dinner. How's that sound? Let's do it. Came across this old road grate in here. I've been out for a couple hours looking for chickens or rabbits or anything. And then, yeah, I just stumbled on this old road grade. It's bizarre. You never know. It could be like an old mining. It could be for an old mine, or it could be old logging. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to go very far down here because I didn't want to get off track of where I was heading. Looks like could be deer shit or maybe a small moose. I saw one chicken. One chicken in like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Not too promising. Well, I don't think I'm going to keep going this way. I think I'll turn around because I'm heading back up that way. So it's going the wrong direction. No luck hunting today. I'm still going to go back out a little while. But nothing yet. I need some food. But getting a chill, so time to get the fire going. I hope. This is the driest wood that I could find anywhere. Man, I hope it's dry enough. One of the biggest things with fire is to not rush it. Don't rush it. You gotta really take your time, and you gotta really take your time preparing your materials. Because sometimes you only get a couple cracks at it. So I like to take my time. I'm not going to bore you guys with all this, but okay, there we go. There's basically what I'm after for my tinder stuff. I want a whole bunch of that fine stuff. And then I've got my sap right here. I'll crush my sap up so it's real fine, like a powder, and then start building the fire. So I'm gonna keep going on this, and I'll show you sort of the process when I start putting it together. All right, so I got my little balls of sap here. All right, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put those on there. And I'm going to crush that up with my hatchet. And then I'm going to put a little bit of this tinder down in the hole here. that I dug out in the ground where it's dry, and then I'll put the sap on top and then a little bit more of the tinder, and then we can hopefully we can strike her. So let's see. You got to be careful doing this because, as you can see, the sap just breaks apart like beautifully. So there you can see the sap now. And now we'll see if we can find a spot for the old tripod here and see if we can get the fire going. Can we see that okay there? Okay. So there's our handful of sap. Get that in there. And we'll see if we can get this sucker to light. Still not a fire, okay? It's close, but it's still not a fire. That sucker could go out at any time. tight wood. It's all like spiraled so it doesn't split very well. I think the squirrels know they're safe with me, eh? I can hear a few of them around camp now. But I'm sticking true to my word. Okay? If I was in a survival mode, like a true lost in the woods, yeah, I'm eating them. Everything's fair game, but I'm not. This is for me, this trip. And I will not kill a squirrel. There's just not enough meat there to warrant their giving their life to me. Not in this situation. And I think we got us a fire now, people. All right, she's going again. She's going again. I got a little overzealous and put a little bit too much wood on, but anyways, it's going. So I'm going to kick back and have a drink of water and relax for a little bit, and then I'm going to go out and see if I can't find a chicken again. Make sure this fire is going good for when I get back, though. So, all right, later. Well, the fire's going good. Good company. Good company, as Dick Prenicky used to say. I'm just gonna warm up here a bit by the fire, and then probably go for another hike and see if I can't find a chicken, because I'm getting a little hungry. Another day and no food yet. But you know what? There's people in this world that are far worse off than me. I'm doing this by choice. There's people that don't get food for days and days. And kids, children that don't get food for days and days. That's horrible. So, you know what? Even though I haven't got much right now, I'm still fortunate. Still fortunate. You know, a lot of people have asked me, and my wife asks me, my mom especially asks me, why I do this. You know, my Mrs. Outlaw, she gets it. My kids get it. They understand why. Like, they understand my passion. They don't understand why, I guess, or maybe they do. I don't know. But like my mom, she just doesn't get it. She's like, why in the world would you want to go out and do that? That's just crazy. But like I've always said, a little crazy is good, right? But this makes you this gives you time to reflect, and it really makes you appreciate everything you have. And I think personally, I think it's good to get back to nature every once in a while and struggle, right? Struggle a bit. That's okay. It's hard. Like, cutting wood is hard. Splitting the wood, as you saw, is hard. Getting the fire going is hard. Finding food is hard. But when you go home, it makes you appreciate everything you have that much more. So that's why I do it. That's why I do it. Could sit and stare at the fire forever. Just love the fire. It's a good fire too. It's going good now. I'll probably keep it going until, you know, a little while after dark. The nightlife here is a little dull. There's not much to do, right? And usually by the time I'm guessing maybe around 7:30, 8 o'clock comes around, I'm beat, I'm exhausted, and I'm ready for bed. So last night sucked. Hopefully this night's a little drier tonight. It's a little drier. Hopefully I get a little bit more sleep. Alright. I want to enjoy the fire here for a bit. Hope everybody's doing well. Be safe. Talk later.